Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BWaters Sports Show. I'm your host Brian Waters, and on today's show is our very first episode of our weekly predictions for the upcoming NFL 2008-2009 season. Now, on this show, I'm going to give you my predictions week in and week out, and I'm going to go over my previous predictions and, hopefully looking to get about 200 wins this year. Hopefully I can. Now, first game of the season, tonight, Thursday Night Football. Season open up with the world champion New York Giants playing host to division rival Washington Redskins. My prediction in this match, the Giants and the Redskins both are going to go ahead and bag it for. Giants looking to have a lot to prove. Michael Strahan not coming back. O.C. Umenor, he's injured. He's done for the season. If the Giants can get to Jason Campbell, which I believe they will, they'll be victorious. My prediction, I believe they will do it. I believe Eli Manning's going to come out and show everybody last year was not a fluke. He is for real. And the Giants will go ahead and walk away with the first win of the season. Another matchup. Let's go next matchup. Lions and Falcons. Kind of not the most intriguing matchup that everybody's looking forward to, but I'm looking for the Lions to win this one by a large margin. Next one, Seahawks and Bills. This is going to me, my prediction will be a dogfight, but I believe the Bills, with the great run game, Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, and they have a good few developing quarterbacks and a decent defense, I believe they will be able to overcome the Sean Alexander-less Seattle Seahawks. This next matchup here is very, to me, it's going to look like it's going to be a good dog fight between another group of the division rivals. That is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. I believe this will come down to the wire with the Jaguars winning it and riding their defense to the end. Next, the Jets and the Dolphins. Well, this match, I believe, is a good match for Brett Favre to start off his career, the rest of his career in New York. Get a chance to beat up on a team that only won one game last year. Therefore, I believe the Jets will win this one. And this will give Brett Favre a chance to gel and get used to the New York Jets system. Next matchup, Chiefs and the Patriots. Chiefs starting to have a defense to come around, but a team like the New England Patriots, you can't be starting to have a defense. You got to have a good defense waiting for these guys. I believe the New England Patriots will go ahead and defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. Another matchup, Eagles are playing host to the Rams. Now, the Rams, Steven Jackson, who to me is the nucleus of the team, did hold out for a great portion of the offseason. And now he's back. He said he's here to make noise. Then you also have the Eagles, on the other hand, who lost Javon Kearse during the offseason, but they did gain Asante Samuel, which will spell trouble for Mark Bolger. And they also, Donovan McNabb looking to have something to prove, come back and show that, retake that he is the captain of this ship. I believe the Eagles will win this. Maybe by the 10-point game. Texans and Steelers in Pittsburgh. First game of the season, Steelers all the way. Yes, the Texans were for the first time not a losing team last year, but now they open up the 2008 season against the Steelers. I don't look for nothing too much out of them. Maybe next week or the week after. This right here is a very interesting matchup up next. The Cincinnati Bengals, led by Chad Ochocinco, against the Baltimore Ravens, led by Ray Lewis. Ed Reed, Willis McGahee, Samari Rowe, key players on the Ravens. The problem is we don't know if they're coming back. They already scratched Kyle Bowler out for the season, which the fans in Baltimore are very, very happy. There was rumors that Joey Harrington was signed. Then there was rumors that Todd Bowman was signed. Then it was confirmed yesterday Todd Bowman was indeed signed by the Ravens as a backup. But as far as who will be the starting quarterback in this game will be Joe Flacco. So, I'm going to look for... I don't really see the Ravens, unless the Cam Cameron offense can be something which Baltimore has never seen before, then yeah, I look for the Ravens. They do have a chance. But, in my opinion, Cincinnati, even though they do not have much of a defense, will have enough offense in Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada to overcome the Baltimore Ravens. Next matchup, the Panthers and the Chargers. Now everybody knows about the Panthers' offseason problems between Ken Lucas and Steve Smith, but I believe they'll be able to overcome that, but not enough for week 1 to defeat the Chargers. I see the Chargers going ahead and win this game, getting the momentum at home. Cardinals and 49ers. This right here is a good division rival, but this matchup right here is a good matchup, but it's not one of your matchups that you're looking at now to be an eye catcher. Last year, this was an opening game for Monday Night Football, in which I believe the 49ers did beat the Cardinals. This year, it's kind of like, it's a good rival, like I said, but in the future, this will be definitely an eye catcher. I believe the Cardinals, who will be led by Kurt Warner, as the name, he will be the starting quarterback, will go ahead and win this game. But you can't count out the 49ers. Next matchup, Cowboys going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. First game of the season. Well, Dallas is the team to beat in the NFC, and I believe they're going to prove it this week. Colts and Bears. Rematch of Super Bowl a couple years ago. Bears going to Indianapolis to face them excuse me, in their new stadium. I believe that Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, and Reggie Wayne will get things on track early this year. They have consecutive 12-win seasons, and they didn't do that by losing the first game of the season. I do see the Colts go ahead and defeat the Bears. Vikings and Packers. Good rival, but, now it's a new age rival. It's no longer Brett Favre versus Dante Culpepper, or, it's now Adrian Peterson going against Ryan Grant. It's a new rival, Tavares Jackson versus Aaron Rodgers. I do see the Vikings winning this game. Adrian Peterson, had a wonderful year last year. Vikings just missed the playoffs by an inch. This year, looking to see them getting there, and it's going to start right here in week 1. Last matchup of the week, the Broncos and the Raiders. Now, everybody knows the history between these two teams. Now, it's been kind of diminished. Both teams, neither one made the playoffs last year. Everybody picking the Chargers to be the runaway team in that division. I do see the Oakland Raiders getting off to a better start than they have been in previous years. Now they have Jamarcus Russell's coming. He's going to be starting quarterback. Also, you're going to have, I'm not sure what they're doing with Darren McFadden. But I do see the Raiders have a good future, and you'll get a taste of what's to come in years to come with this Week 1 matchup. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week as we review this week and make predictions for Week 2. Thank you.